Admiral, the human vessel has been crippled. Scans show power to all systems offline. Ensign Trask boldly reported to Admiral Dreet. Good. Maintain position until scans show all life signs terminated, the Admiral replied. The human vessel had been attacked by marauders, and their navigation systems disabled well before they hit the border that Dreet was in charge of keeping secure. High Command dictates a strict policy of destroy on sight for any interlopers, so Dreet hadn't bothered to have the ship scanned before he ordered the attack. The Admiral had heard of these humans, but the Doreen species were fiercely territorial isolationists, so the two species had never interacted outside of political peace summits, and even then only in passing. He wondered at their gall to breach the border, especially in a vessel that put up such pitiful resistance. He mused internally, pleased with the superiority of his homeworld's forces, pleased with his own unerring command. His thoughts were interrupted by a now panicking-sounding Ensign Trask. Admiral, sensors are showing life signs outside the human vessel, rapidly closing in our position. Intrigued, but frowning, the Admiral replied, Open fire! A moment passed in silence. Ensign, why am I not hearing weapons fire? Sir, it appears they're not in vehicles. Our targeting systems use a magnetic signature lock to... I know how our targeting systems work, Ensign. Sir, they don't have any metal large enough for us to establish a lock on. Our systems keep relocking on their ship as the only available target. Just as Dreet was about to reply, a human made it to the command bridge's central viewport. What in the... Dreet began to say, but he stopped short as the human pressed a piece of fabric to the viewport. It had something in human text, scrawled on it with soot. Ensign, translation, now. Yes, sir. It appears to read, We came in peace fleeing an attack, and you opened fire. We know we are dead, but we're taking you with us. The ensign said, now sounding a bit fearful. Ensign, where are the other life signs that left their ship? The Admiral asked, now sounding apprehensive himself. The human raised their other hand, the one not grasping the cloth, and extended a single digit. The central one. Then they flipped the cloth over, and Dreet could just make out a lump of white. Clay with wires and a little red light in it? Then the humans smiled, closed their eyes, and appeared to just give up. Explosions rocked the rear of the Dreet's battlecruiser. Alarms began blaring. Ensign? Damage reports on all levels, sir. Our engines and reactors are non-responsive, and communication with engineering is nothing but static. More explosions, this time much closer sounding. How do they get through our shields? The Admiral all but shrieked. Sir, just like the targeting systems, our shields work with magnetism. They didn't have enough metal to be repelled. The ensign squealed in nearly downright panic. It was then that Dreet noticed the little red light in the lump of white clay had started flashing much faster now. Then it turned a solid green, and Dreet understood the human's message. He had been their only chance of survival, and he had murdered them. Dreet chuckled to himself, thinking, I never thought I'd be outplayed by someone I had already defeated. And then the clay detonated. Fast forward 3 galactic standard cycles. The battle cruiser's flight log had recorded every detail of the incident, even down to the lettering on the cloth. After it had been recovered and studied, High Command issued a new border policy. Destroy interlopers on sight unless they are human vessels or escorted by human vessels. They had learned their lesson. Humanity can be kind to all, but give them nothing to lose, and they'll be sure to show you what you have to lose. Dreetek, the late Admiral's son, smiled as he shook the human diplomat's hand, formalizing a border alliance with the humans. From now on, those wishing to visit Doreen space will be escorted by human vessels, not to protect them from the Doreen, but to protect the Doreen from everyone else.